Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our special program where we travel through time to explore the strangest and sometimes most bizarre ideas of centuries past. Concepts that for various reasons never managed to become reality, but today show us just how creative the human mind can be. Let's start with the charming Victorian era, also known as the Age of Crazy Ideas. Imagine yourself in London in 1894, deciding to visit the dentist to have a tooth pulled. It's something people still don't enjoy today, so just imagine how it was back then. Upon arriving, you begin to hear the sound of a steam engine and maybe some screams. You walk into the room and see this. Do you pretend you've walked into the wrong place and quietly back out? Or do you take the risk and go through with the procedure? This is an idea sketched in a letter from 1894. Not much is known about this drawing or the possible inventor. The fact is, someone thought this might be a good idea. Maybe the demand for tooth extractions was so high that they thought about automating the process. Who knows? But wait, there's a clue about the invention's purpose. It says, teeth painlessly extracted by steam power. I can't imagine which part of the procedure would hurt less. The claw gripping the tooth, or the yank that would send the tooth flying to the ceiling. And yet some people still say, things were better in the old days. Anyway, let's move on to the next idea. But what do we have here? According to the inventor John, this is a personal lifeboat, but it could also be used for transporting troops, luggage, and other items across rivers. It was designed to be practical, with a manually inflated chamber at the top. In this larger version, even a canvas roof was included to protect the person and their companion. The idea behind the legs, as you might guess, was to help with movement, both on land and in water, without needing oars. The reasoning kind of makes sense, but wouldn't it just be easier to use a regular boat? Never mind. I've got something even better here. What do you think about a life-saving top hat? A fresh patent from 1840. The idea here is pretty clear. If you fall into the water, just inflate this part of the top hat, hold on to it, and call for help. But there's a catch. Since it's 1840, there are no compressed gas cylinders to instantly inflate that part. So, you'll have to blow it up yourself, my friend, while struggling in the water. Unless you're on a sinking steamship at sea, in which case you'd have time to inflate it before the ship goes under. But in that situation, I'd bet you'd rather have a lifeboat. I think we'll pass on this idea too, right? Well, hold your breath because now we've got a diving suit for the brave divers of the 19th century. This is a primitive model of a diving suit from 1810. These diving suits, or scaphandre, were widely used in the early days of professional diving, with air pumped through a hose. There are two diving options in this patent: the suit on the left and this metal tent-like device. Both modes would rely on forced ventilation powered by the bellows on the boat, but there's no system to measure or communicate with the diver to confirm whether the air is reaching them or if it's sufficient. So, good luck down there. And now we come to the craziest idea proposed by the inventor. According to him, a diver working alone could do without the men on the boat. All you'd need to do is connect the air ducts to the barrel in figure 4 and carry the bellows with you, operating the ventilation yourself while diving. What could go wrong, right? Oh, and you'd also have a candle lamp at your disposal, complete with air ducts to keep the flame burning. The only question is whether it would actually illuminate anything. Probably not. Most likely the candle would go out during the dive due to a lack of oxygen, since this air circulation system probably wouldn't work. Well, we still need to talk about the larger diving device shaped like a tent. It was probably designed to accommodate more than one person. What's immediately clear is that the shape isn't a great idea. For a device meant to be submerged, a cylindrical structure would be ideal. Cylinders distribute the forces of water pressure more effectively, allowing for greater depths. But let's not be too harsh. We're talking about an idea from 1810. There's over 200 years of knowledge between us and the inventor. Another thing that stands out in these old patents is the quality of the drawings. Look at these details and the craftsmanship. Nowadays, patent drawings are much simpler. Now, enough talking about water, let's to fire. If you watched the video about the invention of the parachute, you might remember that one of its first proposed uses was to escape burning buildings. But this inventor had a different idea. How about having huge wooden ladders that need to be leaned against a burning building to save people in a moment of desperation? Does that sound like a good idea to you? Well, the inventor thought so. He even spent money patenting it. You just have to hope that the windows they need to rest on are not engulfed in flames. But the invention I'm going to show you now, well, this inventor really took that phrase seriously. Don't work hard, work smart. This guy was truly smart. It's a patent for a butter churn that works by rocking in a chair. That's right. While his neighbors were busy doing everything manually, Daniel Sheldon was sitting in his chair, just rocking back and forth. The idea is simple. Inside the barrel, there are two churners that spin in opposite directions with the movement of the ropes. The ropes are arranged so that when the chair tilts forward, the lever lowers, spins this pulley connected to an axle here, and unwinds the top rope while winding the bottom one. When the chair tilts back, the movement reverses. Could anything be simpler than that? This guy was a genius. I don't know if he made any money from this invention, but he certainly gained some free time. Alright, I'll end it here. Comment below about which invention you found the most curious or funny, or if you noticed any details I might have overlooked. See you in the next video.